Hi, it's Allie with Seattle Coffee Gear, and today we're doing a crew comparison of the Breville Bambino and the new Solis Perfetta. These two machines are priced right about the same point and have a lot of similar features, honestly, but we're going to go over what they share and what they don't and which one might be better for you personally. So let's start with the Breville. This machine has been out for a little bit. I think by the time we're shooting this, it's about a year. Pretty nice machine. Everybody loves it for its small footprint. If you have, a lot of stuff in your kitchen, or you just like smaller appliances on your countertop, it's been really popular for that use. A pretty large water tank for the size of the machine, just about, I think it was 64 ounces of water, so that's a good quantity. You shouldn't have to fill it up too often. It has a 54 millimeter portafilter, which is not exactly the standard size. It's just a little bit smaller, but for the smaller machine, it kind of makes sense. The classic Bambino only comes with a pressurized basket and this type of portafilter. There is a pro version that will come with it, but this is the base model right here. It has a button for single shot, for double shot, and your steam. Sorry, you do have to hold it sometimes when locking that into place. You have a PID, so you can adjust that temperature, and you actually have an auto frother on this one. So that's not something that a ton of machines have, but something that Breville can do on theirs. So this little light, or this button here, actually can add foam. So if you like the most foam, you leave it on 3. If you like less foam, you leave it on 1. So that's a pretty cool feature. You can do manual steaming on this one if you hold this button down. But if you're doing manual steaming, you can't really set it down because then it will go into the automatic mode. So you'd have to just kind of hold it and steam it out here. There is a temperature gauge down here, so the steaming pitcher itself will actually sit there, and that's actually how it knows when to stop. You have a drip tray here, not a huge drip tray, but not a huge machine either, and a little floater to tell you whenever it is time to empty that out. And really, that's about it. It does come with a tamper, this one here, which is the classic Breville size tamper. And that is about it. Yeah. Let's move over to the Solis Perfetta. Let me turn it on really quick. Hit that button on the side. There we go. So this machine is newer for us and pretty much a lot of the same specs. It has a 67 ounce water tank, so just a little bit bigger there. It's about an inch higher than the Bambino, 13 inches roughly. So this will fit pretty nicely under most countertops or most cabinets, pardon me. You do still have that nice drip tray about the same size. This steam arm is not automatic, it's all manual, but it does work on a ball joint instead of this little back and forth. So you do have more flexibility for if you did want to do your manual steam. Still have the single and double shot. This does have a programming button, but you can program both buttons on your machines. Just a button for steam, and it does give you a pressure gauge, which is a big complaint that a lot of people have about the Bambino. So you do get that with this one. Still pressurized pressurized baskets that come with this one, but it does also come with the non-pressurized, and they're even nice enough to throw in this really nice aluminum tamper. It's pretty heavy, and I don't know why, I just love heavy tampers, and it's pretty nice offering. So let's see here. That's really about it. Both of these will work from a thermocoil, so they're going to heat up really quickly. I think the Breville actually is ready to go in just like 10 to 12 seconds or something like that. The Solis does take a little bit longer, 40 seconds, but in reality, that's not going to equate to too much. The power of the steam, I think, is going to be more on the Breville, but we're going to actually make some drinks and test that out. So right now, I actually have both of these set up with the pressurized baskets for a fair comparison. Go ahead and wipe that out, and we'll just go ahead and make a drink. So I'll start with the Solis for my drink here. Oh, I should point out that both of these can be removed. Both of the water tanks can be removed. They both have little handles in the back like this and detach, so it makes it pretty easy to fill. They also have filters, each one. Breville has their own charcoal resin or their Claro Swiss filters. This one will come with the Intenza filter. So if you're using the Claris, that's going to be a little bit different than the filter that comes with the Solis there. So let's go ahead and grind some coffee. Got my Eureka Note here filled with some Elevate from Partners Coffee. Notes of red apple, caramel, and pecan pie, which is my favorite. So let's try it out and see how it comes out as espresso. All right, so smaller portafilter size. I'm aiming for about like 17 grams instead of the traditional 18. We're at 14 there. Perfect. 16.5, just a little more. Oh, a little bit over, 17.4, so I'll just go ahead and knock a tiny bit off. Also gives me a little bit more even of a bed there. Perfect, right on 17. Got my tamper. Especially with pressurized baskets, you really don't need to tamp hard, like really just to make it a level or even bed. That's the goal. So I've got that. And I will go ahead and pull my shot right into the glass here. Double. And we're just going to be making a little cortado. This is a small one. Oh, one important feature that I forgot to mention is this one actually has a pre-brew. So it's going to add some water, stop for a second, and then keep going. And basically that makes all the grounds in your portafilter more even for more even extraction. So that's actually a nice benefit. Not something you usually get on machines like this. This one can go all the way up to 15 bars of pressure, as you see here, or that's the more higher end of the range. Usually an espresso shot's pulled around 9 bar. And my grind might be a little fine for a pressurized basket, but that's okay. It'll come out pretty well. And this does have, it's just on manufacturer settings, so it's going to automatically stop when it does the right amount of milk. I'm sorry, around amount of coffee there. Perfect. And there we go. Nice crema, pretty velvety looking espresso there, not too bad. Then we're gonna steam some milk. I'm gonna hit that button there, let it heat up. This one does take a second longer to heat than the Breville, like we mentioned before, for milk as well. All right, so it's gonna blink when it's telling me to heat up, and then when it's illuminated, I'll go ahead and open it. There we go. So I'm just letting some of that steam out to start. And it comes with a steaming pitcher as well, which is nice. Pretty good little steam. There are some other models like in this price range that don't have as powerful a steam as either. So it's really nice to use whenever you do have something that has a little bit more power. And I do love something, even though it's not as powerful as like some machines in the higher end range, it gives you a really nice amount of pressure to practice latte art and milk steaming, since it is a little bit slower. You have more wiggle room to make error and then fix it. So right now, this is pretty hot. Go ahead and turn that off. And then say you like to steam your milk first and do your espresso second, you can hit that button again. And it's going to start to cool down. Sorry, I should have wiped this right away. It's going to cool down the thermoblock. There you go. And then it blinks, actually, whenever it's cooling down, to let you know it's not ready. And then when it's illuminated, it's ready again. You can do hot water with this machine as well, which the Breville doesn't do, unfortunately. But it comes out through this little spout here, just like you would for your milk. Basically, if you don't hit that button and use and open it up, that hot water will go. Pour a little bit of it out. Whew, some pretty foamy milk. Whoops. I got excited about the foam there, but not too bad. Give it a little tiny taste. Nice, yeah. The espresso is a little strong. I think it pulled a little bit long. It's not horrible. It's just if I were going to do this again at home, I'd probably make an adjustment to my grind there. Pretty good. Milk is beautiful. Nice. All right. Let's move over to the Breville here. Actually, before I forget, just knock that out. See, that was the pre-brew there. I don't know if you saw that. And you heard some of that steam. That was the thermal block cooling down as well. Pressurized baskets are always a little bit more tough to get coffee out of, but there you go. That's why you need a knockbox. Useful. All right. On to the next one. Breville Bambino. So I will say something I prefer about the Solis is the portafilter that it comes with. It's just longer, it's easier to like handle and use, and it actually locks in a little bit better. I was also discussing earlier how the tops of the machine where the cups would usually go, they're both not active. However, actually this one feels pretty warm right now. They're not active, they're passive cup warmers, but they're made of different materials. I kind of prefer the material that the Breville uses. All right. Just kind of guessing there. Let's see. 14.5. It's got to be it. 17.5. Let me knock a little bit of that off. Ooh, that might have been too much. Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to go with it though. 16.5. I probably should add a little more. That'll probably do it. Yeah, 16.9 I will take. Different ways to distribute for everyone. Not as big of a deal, again, when you're using pressurized baskets. Oops, I should use the Breville one. Again, not too hard, just enough to compact it. If you press it too hard, you're adding more pressure than you really need for a pressurized basket. Okay, locked into place. Here we go. Double shot. Much better. All right, and now we are going to steam our milk. Have that ready to go, and then I have it on the least amount of foam. Let's just, since I had so much foam on that one, let me go ahead and just do it on the medium amount, and then all I have to do is let it do the work for me. Hit that button. I'm actually going to take a sip of this espresso while I wait. Wow. It's got like a cinnamon note to it too. It doesn't say that, but. So there's a little bit more milk in this pitcher. This is actually the Breville pitcher. So the Solis pitcher is a little bit smaller. I think I added too much milk in that one. Beautiful. All done. Oh, that's a good bit of foam. And this actually does an auto purge for the steam wand itself. Oh boy. I'm gonna clean that afterwards. Take some hot water, that'll come off really quick. A little bit out. So much foam. Perfect. All right, here we go. Breville. A little bit better than my manual foam. Hey, how can you beat a machine? All right. Oh, that was so hot. I did a lot hotter than I did this one. Woo! Might have burned my tongue. Hold on. Woo boy. Yeah, that one came out a little bit chocolatier than this one did. I think that one pulled a little bit quicker as well. But the foam quality is great. The milk quality is great. That's a little bit hotter than I usually like my drinks. But if you like really hot drinks, there's nothing wrong with that. You can definitely do hotter drinks on this one as well. But you personally just have to take it up to that level. So yeah, I mean, both of these machines I'd really recommend for your home, especially if you like having a small unit and, you know, entry level as well. I would say between the two, it really depends. If you're more an automatic person and you don't want to deal with having to texturize your milk or anything like that, the Breville makes sense for those uses. But if you like to do a little bit more manual and you think that, you know, you don't mind having to do that all the time and not having the option, then that's something you'd like about the Solis a little bit better. And I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you next time.